So yo, this nigga dead ass wanted to put my toes in his mouth and my whole foot in his mouth. Like, then he turned around and asked me for ketchup and hot sauce. Like, this ain't no French fries, my nigga. So this actually happened in the year of 2015. I was at the gas station pumping my gas. That was the time when I was driving my Nissan Altima two-door. I thought I was sliding. No, I wasn't. But I was at the gas station and this man approached me. He was, I think, in a Cadillac. And he got his car and he was just staring at me. And I said hello. His mouth was wide open I'm like, hello, how are you doing? He's like, hi, I think you're so gorgeous and you look so marvelous. I love how you stand. I love how you walk. And love how you talk. And I said, we haven't even had a conversation for at least 5 minutes yet. How the hell you love how I talk? I said, look, your game is whack. Your game is whack, okay? Your game sound like it's been recycled for years, my nigga. So then he's like, look, I would like to see what that vagina tasting like. I said, it tastes like mango, my nigga. But you're not tasting my vagina because I'm like, I don't know where your mouth has been at. Who's to say that, your mouth hasn't been on one of your homeboy's balls? Like, who's to say you... And he said, man, don't fucking play with me, man. Fuck you think I am, nigga? I don't run like that. Okay. You don't go that way. You don't run like that. But I don't know that. He said, I got a fantasy that I've been looking into for years. So I'm like, okay, what is it? What have you been looking into? Because, with these fantasies, they're quite strange. Some of these motherfuckers be into all these crazy ass and sick fantasies. These sex fantasies. So I asked him what's his. He tells me, oh, I would like to suck on your toes and put my foot in your mouth. I'm like, oh, that's your fantasy? Oh. I said, well, I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. At that time, me being really open-minded, I'm open-minded to a certain extent. So there's certain things that I am not going to do at all. So in that moment in time, I said, give me some time, let me think about it, and I'll let you know. So now it's to the point where I actually try to dismiss him. Like, I try to avoid him. Like, I was not trying to call him and give him no update or no answer about my response. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to call this nigga back to let him know anything. Like, what the fuck? This shit is kind of weird, man. Like, no, like, I don't know. I don't rock like that. You know what I'm saying? But I was still kind of curious, though. I was still kind of curious, and also was like, shit, it wouldn't be bad getting my toes sucked. Like, it wouldn't be bad if I do that. So now, boom. Next 2 days, I gave him an answer the next 2 days. I'm like, hey, okay, we can do that sick, twisted fantasy shit that you wanted to do. And he's laughing. He's like, it's not even sick and twisted. It's actually a normal fantasy if you think about it. Which is true. I heard all types of sick, twisted, and crazy fantasies that guys had or guys have. So now, when I give him a response, this man was fucking excited. Oh my God, where should we do it at? And blah, blah, blah. So I said in the car. I said, we can do that in the car. Like, we don't need to get no hotel for that, like, because then if you got a hotel, he's gonna really think he could fuck. So I would rather you just suck my toes, put my foot in your mouth in your car, where everybody could see. I mean, if you wanted people to see. But so we're in the car. It was actually in the alley. Come on, like, I didn't want to park in front of nobody's house and they actually seeing a young girl putting her foot in some guy's mouth. Like, nigga, you know how disturbing that is? Like, where did that come from? Like, where does that come from? You question yourself as a neighbor or as a stranger walking past by. He was like, should I put some music on? And I'm like, nigga, this ain't nothing romantic, so we don't need no music. Like, we good. We don't need no music. Okay? We don't need that. So he ended up putting my fucking toes in his mouth, sucking my toes. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. The shit felt really good. The shit felt really good because at that time I was working. I was always on my feet. So it's just like, look, why not? My toes is getting that little exercise in that it needs. So hey, it felt good.
So he put my foot in his mouth now. This nigga put my whole foot in his mouth. The shit felt so warm. And then it felt like, of course, all his saliva. I said, oh, fuck, dude. This is disgusting now. So I'm like, look, I'm getting grossed out. I'm going to take my foot out. He said, okay, let me just put some ketchup and hot sauce on it. Nigga, this ain't no fucking french fries or no burger, my nigga. Like, nigga, my feet are not no chicken wings. My feet are not no chicken wings.
This nigga thought my foot was a whole meal. I told him, I'm like, look, I'm not interested. Take my foot out your mouth. So now I'm holding one leg to take my foot out his mouth because he didn't want to take it out. Now the shit was kind of stuck there inside his mouth. And I'm like, fuck, is his mouth that big in order to even allow my foot to go in? Like, how the fuck your mouth is so huge like that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, God is amazing. He created this person's mouth that is so massive that it could allow my foot to go inside. That's just crazy to me. So now, you guys, I'm struggling with my leg to pull my foot out his mouth because he didn't want to let my foot go, okay? I said, look, I've had enough. This was all a mistake. It's all a mistake. So don't get me wrong. Your mouth is something amazing.
Your mouth can do a lot of things.
Your mouth is an accomplishment. It's really an accomplishment. But we will never do this again. So then he's like, please, he's begging. He's like, look, you understand your feet taste so good. Nigga, I think my feet was dirty at the time. I think my foot was literally on the floor inside my house. My feet is dirty. I guess he didn't mind the germs or bacteria on my foot. Nigga still wanna put my foot in his mouth. Like, just know, some of these niggas will do anything to satisfy their fantasies. Like, I told him never again. He's like, listen, please, like, do you think we can do this one more time? Nigga, you have Craigslist. You have all these social media sites that you can sit here and ask females to actually do this stuff for you. He said the thing is they would ask me for money though, and he said, you didn't ask me for money to suck on your toes. I'm like, because I was curious, I feel like, hey, it will satisfy you, then it will satisfy my toes. Because I've been on my feet all day. A bitch is tired. I needed that exercise. I needed that exercise for my toes. I needed that massage for my toes. After he dropped me home, he was basically begging and, oh my God, I think you're so gorgeous. And I'm like, no. Oh, I think your foot is so gorgeous. Nigga, my foot got a face? Okay, nigga, you're weird. I call that nigga Oreo because, he white in the inside and black on the outside. So yeah, that's totally what he was. The next day he texts my phone. He's like, hey, gorgeous, how you doing? And I'm like, who is this? Because what happened was I had blocked his number. So this nigga literally ended up calling me off a whole different number. It was actually a 234 area code. And I was like, who's this? He's like, look, about what happened yesterday. I said, nigga, didn't I block you? He said, yeah, you blocked me, but who the hell said I was gonna stop calling your phone? So I'm like, fuck. I think about it like, damn, my foot made him addicted. Can you imagine if he got some of my vagina? He would have really been addicted. So I was amazed at that time, like, this man literally felt like, this fantasy satisfied him. So ladies, look, don't put yourself in that predicament because you're going to have to fight with your leg just to avoid the conflict. Please don't do it to yourselves. Don't do it to yourself, y'all. Like, for real. The shit feels good, but don't be too ding-dong. So that's the end of my story. All right, guys, so I do have more videos coming soon. So subscribe, like, and comment to my channel. Later.